All right, we have exit ticket number 3, and the computational thinking is about breaking down problems and instructions so a computer can solve them. So an example would be like patterns and making different patterns in math and like finding out the different patterns and knowing how to solve it, because that is like the computer having to solve the problem in the pattern. And then abstraction, like attributes and stuff and shapes and non-defining attributes. For example, like knowing that a rectangle has 4 sides and 4 corners and that all the corners are 90 degrees. So that would like help tell the computer specific details so the computer could do it itself. On the online lesson module, students are learning about shapes and the defining and non-defining attributes. So if they know those, then they'll know how to draw the shape and be able to classify the shape based on the angles and the sides and the corners. And that also is like how the computer has to have like certain instructions on how to draw things or figure something out. What is computer science? It's the study of computers and algorithmic processes, including their principles, their hardware and software designs, their applications, and their impact on society. So why is school changing their curriculums? It's because technology has become a bigger part of today's world and their learning. Almost every school uses technology to teach, and almost every job you have, you use technology. And many things we do in today's world, we use technology, and we have to like know how like a computer figures out what to do. And it helps the students with their critical thinking and problem solving and like coding. It just helps like them think at a deeper level and how things are not as easy. Like the computer has to go through a process before it knows what to do. The challenges of computer science is that like not every school district has enough money for technology, so the lower income districts don't have the money to have computers or laptops or iPads, so they would not be able to do computer science or have a class with it because they wouldn't have the right tools. And there's also many school districts that don't have experienced teachers with computer science and don't know how to teach computer science. I read something about how they're encouraging every school district or elementary school to have 2 or 3 teachers that can teach computer science. The benefits of computer science, it's a challenge for the kids, and the kids love to be put to a challenge, and they love to collaborate with their friends and their classmates. It also helps them develop many new skills, like I said, critical thinking, and it makes them think at a deeper level, which many kids like, and they like to be, they like to have some hard task at hand, and I think it's really good that they collaborate with their classmates, because in the future then they'll be able to collaborate with their coworkers. Here are some pictures of computer science, and this is like having you work with like your coworkers over something, some job, and just different little like how hard computer science can be, but it's very important in today's world. The robots. So something I could teach through the robots that we looked at in class, I could teach them like shapes through the robots. So for example, the B-bots that we did, we had like little cards that said, you know, have the robot go to this like to a square to a circle, and in order for them to do that, they have to know what a square and a circle looks like. So it helps them with their shape learning, but it also helps them code, and though they're going backwards and forwards and left and right. So I think that's a very good idea that we could do. It's a little bit more creative. You could also like do it with some color, like go to the yellow triangle to a green square or something. And so it just gives some characteristics and attributes about the shape. Like you could also say like go to a 3-sided shape or something, and that would be a triangle. Another example would be like you could teach the kids alphabet through the robots. Like you could have them spell out their names. You could have them spell out words. You could say, go to the, have the robot go to a B. And like the kids would learn like, oh, this is what a B looks like. Or if they're learning how to spell, they're learning to spell their name or vocab words or spelling words or whatever it could be. It's just a creative way for them to interact with something. So here are some of the robots we used in class. So this is the Bee-Bot. This is also another one that they could do, kind of with like going through mazes and stuff. It's a little bit more challenging, so it's not really for my grade level, but I do think it was a really cool robot. I would be working with the Bee-Bot more. And I also thought the this little, I forget what it's called, but like the cube robot, it's where we did like the math facts and we had them like, you gotta color it based on what your answer was, and then it went through the lines. And I think that'd be like a really good idea when you're learning like addition or multiplication or division. It's a very creative way for them to get that. So even for me, when they're like learning simple addition, we could do something like that with the robots, which I think would be a very neat way, and I think the students would love that. And in order for the robot to do the maze correctly, they would have to get their math facts correct.